I'm feeling like $1,000,000 right now. So it's okay for some people to date outside their race, but when a black woman likes a bit of milk in her coffee, it's a problem. So welcome guys, how are you doing? So today I am back with a talking video. As you can tell by the title, it's one of them ones, yeah? So it's gotten to the point now where I actually think it's just like, it's important to make a video. I haven't really seen anybody make a video about this type of topic, but I feel like a lot of people always say to me, Shan, how do you handle being in an interracial relationship and having all this hate and people saying this type of stuff? And the best thing I can say is just ignore it and move on. But I feel like people need to change their ways, because at the end of the day, we all want people, we should love each other. But some people are like that. They want everything for themselves, yeah. And when a black woman, you know, dates interracially, sell out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. I personally feel like the most hate that I get is actually from my own kind. It's from black men. And I don't understand why, but I'm just saying, in this video, everything is based on my opinion, what I've been through, based on my friends' opinions and what they've been through, and based on all the people that I interact with and their views. No, it doesn't relate to everybody, it doesn't relate to every one race, or doesn't relate to every black man, etc, etc. I'm just saying that before everybody starts to cuss me down, because I'm not trying to generalize everything. But I just personally feel like the hate comes from black men, a lot of them, a whole bunch of them, and some of them just want up somewhere when they see me walking with my partner, and I'm just thinking, really, like, come on now, you guys date interracially all the time, and you put us down a lot. You complain that we have too much attitude, that we wear too much weave, we're this and we're that, we have too much high maintenance, we're just too much hard work. I've been told this to my face.
That is exactly what is going on social media, and people will walk up to someone and say that to their face. You know, I've even heard some black women say stuff about, I don't want to be out in the sun because I don't want to get darker. That's how bad it is. And you know, you hear what she said, and it's very similar to what a lot of these dust bunnies are saying on social media. They're talking about weave when there are Indian women who, you know, they have very long hair. Some of their hair can be thick. They wear weave. They do, and they wear multicolored weave. And one day I'm going to do a video on that, just to expand on that. I'm going to show different races of women wearing multicolored weave, to makeup and everything. It has to do with beauty and switching up a look. And it really is art, especially for me, it's art. It's not trying to be something else. And I know somebody's going to say something about blue contacts in her eyes. I wish they would. You do it, your comment is not going to see the light of day, because nobody wants to hear the bullshit. She is someone who does hair and makeup, and she does multiple different looks, and this is her platform. So shut the fuck up. Off the bat.
We're this and we're that, we have too much high maintenance, we're just too much hard work. I've been told this to my face, I've had it all. And they always put us down for another race, and it's just so unfortunate, it's so annoying. But then they hate it when we date outside our race. That's when they have something to say, and that is very unfair, that's very unjust, and I think they need to
and it is unfair, and it's not just, because within media, what do you have propped up there? Racially ambiguous women and white women. And I've shown this over and over and over with different artists. And there's even a black man who's walking around asking other black males what they prefer and who looks better. And some of these same men who would talk about her for not being with a black man, they would say, this is why I don't date black women, which is so, I'm like, do you not see the irony in what you are saying? And it's this double standard of, I need this black female to wait over here for me while I go do all of this crazy shit that I can't do with you. I'm gonna go out there and mess with these women, so you just hold on. Yeah, right. This nastiness going unchecked, which should be checked by other black men who don't believe in this. Even though, like I said, the person who went on the vacation, they just stood there and they didn't defend this woman. They just stood there. And I'm like, how could you just stand there? And she's 100% right. Within our small little media, within our platforms, whether we are designers or we have a magazine or anything, the first thing that you're going to see there is something light, bright, and damn near white.
Fix themselves up and look at themselves in the mirror and think, really. So yeah, I just think it comes from black men, and I just had the most abuse from them. I remember once my ex-boyfriend, when I was about 17 at that time, he cheated on me with this Polish girl, blue eyes, blonde hair, all that type of stuff. And she said to me, oh, black guys don't like black girls, they only like white girls because we're more independent, we know how to handle our men, and we're understanding, and we don't give them trouble. So I was thinking, okay then.
And that's something that I wanted to stop. And she said that a Caucasus Mountain creature of the female variety had the nerve, this bitch had the nerve to come into her face and say that Caucasian women are more independent, when, you know, if a black woman says that, she's put down. Now, they're more independent and they don't give their men trouble, and that's why black men like them. Which is, if they knew some of the nasty stuff that has come out of some of these males' mouth about them, the reason why they will get with Becky, they would be in tears. It would be a lot more of them, you know, screaming rape to the police, because they would be just shocked at the disgusting stuff. And I've heard it myself. But this Caucasian female got the okay and the go ahead from a black male to think that she could step to a black female and say this. On one hand, I'm glad she was classy and she just turned around and left it and let that bitch eat her dust. And she'd be a sloppy second. But deep down inside, I wish she had dragged that bitch. Dragged her until every single lice popped out of her head.
I actually was really hurt by that. So I just grew up just thinking that I was ugly. Like, black girls, yeah. Tell me who, yeah, didn't sometimes wish when they were younger that they were mixed race or light skin just to feel more pretty, more acceptable, because we felt like our men didn't love us. Like, I feel like black race is the only race whereby a black woman look at a black man and be like, oh, I wonder if he likes black girls.
And that is true as well. There are males, and I have some in my family, they exclusively date outside their race. I mean, nobody else does this. And that's why I say this is a sickness. This is very disgusting. It's something spiritual. Because I don't understand how you can have so much hate and disdain for your own women, and you have the most beautiful women. We have the most variety. Black women age slower. It's so many benefits to black women alone, on their melanin alone, and then they're beautiful. I don't understand how you can exclusively date something, and I don't take the white supremacy, you know, messing with our mentality. I don't take that to heart, because you can get over that. you can come into the truth with that. This is deeper. There has been so many people talking about white supremacy and the white is right mentality. You can definitely, do some soul searching and get over that quickly. This is deeper than that. This is much, much deeper than that. And that's why I said I would never bash a black woman who decided to date out her race, because nobody knows this female story. There are black women that I know who have been severely beat. And this is not someone just punching someone in the face. I'm talking about being beat like a man in front of me. And also someone having their face slammed into the bathroom sink and having their jawbones broken.
How messed up is that, bro? Like, that is messed up. Like, what? I always look at black guys and think, I wonder if he likes black girls. I do that myself as well. And it's just so nuts. And it's not our fault. It's when you put us down, you do want to type of something, it makes us feel insecure and we feel shit about ourselves. And then some people are bleaching. In school, I got bullied by black guys, not black girls. Black.
See, she's saying she was bullied by black males. She was told she wasn't pretty by black males. And a lot of them don't want to take accountability for how everything has happened within the community. A lot of them want to blame black women, but I keep telling them, black women have to take accountability for their part, but the majority of this falls on the men, period. You can't sit up here and say that you want to be the leader, the head, the man, and then you want to put everything on your women. Men don't do that. Men take accountability. Men take control. Men see that, something is steering way off and finna go over the cliff, and they try their damnedest to get it back on track. And a lot of black people, we don't want to go into the deep, dark, ugly side of things that go on, because we don't want to put it out there to the public to say, oh, these white people are gonna say, oh, you see, we're right about them, they're disgusting, they're X, Y, and Z, all of the things that they say. All I have to say is fuck them, because look at what their lying asses have gotten them. They try and present themselves like they are the height of morality, like they are perfect, and like they do nothing wrong, and they are committing suicide at high levels. They are into meth and heroin, and this is not an epidemic, it is a pandemic. It is out of control. Bodies dropping left and right, not enough coffins to bury them, leaving their children in the car. Any strange pedophile could come up and take their child, sell them into sex trafficking. I'm just saying, we can explore the deep, dark sides of us so we won't go down that path. At least I will.
Guys, you're too dark to be Jamaican, you don't look Jamaican, you're this and you're that. And it's just like, cool, but then they'll prop up the mixed girls, the white girls, stuff like that. Even in Birmingham, I feel like I was working in a restaurant, so there's a lot of different races that come through, the restaurant, stuff like that. I found that mixed guys, they don't look me in the eye, they don't even look at me, they look straight through me, straight past me. They just make me feel like I'm nothing. And I don't know if that happens to others, but I feel like mixed guys, they don't even look at us twice. They're half black, they don't care. They think they're too buff for us, they think they're hybrids or something. I don't know what they think, but that's why I don't really go for mixed guys, because I just feel like they don't like me. They don't even look at me. Went out the other week with my friend, the mixed guy hugged her, she's like very light, hugged her and said hello to the girls, and I just stood there like I'm a monkey in a swing. What's going on here? Always happens.
And that's something else. It looks like the biracial men are falling in line to the tune of white supremacy. Just because you have some white blood, I mean, I don't understand how that would work. Because you have some white blood in you, you think you're superior when actually your genes have been diluted. Really? That's beyond me. When a lot of them are crying about they can't get with black women. So that's very interesting to hear on the side of biracial men who do stuff like that. And I can imagine, you know, because whether it's the son or the daughter, they are told that, you know, they are better than because they look ambiguous, or they have the blue eyes or the green eyes, because they look the way that they look, and you can tell that they are mixed. They are told that they are better, which they're not better. I mean, the Caucasian blood really dilutes because the melanin, and the melanin is what really helps keep you looking young, and it has a lot of health benefits. That is why they are trying to study it. I mean, they're not going to put money in behind studying melanin if it was just something horrible and bad and something you shouldn't have. And a lot of people are starting to catch on to that. But to have a mixed guy with that uppity ass attitude, no wonder they don't get any, you know, play. But anyway,
black guys, they tend not to like us as much anymore, and they tell us they tell this to our face, or we prefer lighties or whatever. There was even a video, guys. There's even a video, yeah, on YouTube. This guy in Birmingham, he walks around asking white girls or black girls, yeah. And if you have a look, just see what I'm saying. You just have a look at the video. Just look at it, yeah.
Girls or black girls? Mixed race blood all day, every day. White girls or black girls? White teams still. How comes? Huh? How comes? You got the best of both worlds, innit? Black girls or white girls? White girls all day, all day. You're winning nowadays, 2017, bro. Chinese girls from the same, you know what I mean? Alright, you like it? They're coming up. I understand you speak the same language. They're starting to eat more rice.
But then, yeah, when he...
Now, I wanted to pause it there because you hear it coming out of their mouths. Now, this is something that cannot be denied, the fact that this is going on. And a lot of black women are saying this around the world. And nobody can sit up here and pretend like this is just a small little group over in the corner over here, or it's just a few loud dudes who are lying on social media. This is really an issue of you putting your women down and putting other women on a pedestal. I find it absolutely disgusting. And it makes me sick to my stomach to hear it. Because even if you wanted to be with another race, there is no way that you should have so much bass in your voice and saying, you know, oh, I want white women. And white women don't even claim them like that. That's what's crazy about this whole thing. And you can tell throughout this video, because I was looking at some of her body language, that it bothers her. And I understand, because it bothers me too, because in my mind I'm saying, even if you date interracially or you don't even date black women, why are you taking the extra step to put this out in the public